Hello everyone, odedex here, welcome to another video tutorial. This time around I'm going to show you how you could turn your blaze farmer into a very convenient system of enchanting your gear. So for example, right now I'm level 25 and I've just got myself a brand new diamond sword, which I'd like to get fully enchanted with a level 30 enchant. So I'm gonna make my way to my enchanting table, collect all the experience that I've accumulated up to hopefully level 30, yep, and enchant level 30 enchant. I got Vorpal, Sharpness and Injunction. How awesome. Okay, so as you can see I got up to level 20. Alright, so let me show you overall on what's going on here and then explain on how it works. So overall here, first I'm actually gonna go on peaceful mode to turn the spawner off because it's gonna make a lot of noise, and also turn off my snowball machine. Okay, so this overall trap is a 9x9 with a hollow 7x7 with 3 blocks high room. In the middle with a soul shard spawner with a tier 5 blaze spawner. Now this is important because you're gonna need to use either tier 4 or 5 of the soul shards. As you can see, there are 5 tiers when you're collecting soul shards. And you're gonna need to either tier 4 or 5 for the sole reason of them making the spawner work even though the player is not nearby. So all you need is some way to force load the chunk that the trap is in to make them work. I suggest going for tier 5 because if you're playing on survival and you don't like cheating and going on peaceful mode, you can turn it off using a redstone signal, while tier 4 does not react to redstone. So this spawner is in the middle of a giant water pool, all of them leading into a single hole in the ground. Now the hole is right below the spawner itself, and because the blazes are 2 blocks high, they will never fall down, they can't fall down. And I'm using a vanilla rule in this trap, which is if you hit a mob, which drops only the loot which can be dropped by the player killing him, if the player hits him and within 5 seconds he dies, he will still drop the loot even though if he didn't die from the player directly. For example, if you knock back a creeper from a cliff and he dies from hitting the ground, he may still drop gunpowder because you hit him within 5 seconds of him hitting the ground. So, because snowballs being deployed by deployers act as if a player is hitting the blazes, and blazes being damaged by water, I'm running my snowball machine on 2 seconds intervals. So every 2 seconds they fire a snowball, basically imitating a player punching the blazes. And even though if the blaze dies by taking damage from the water, because blazes take damage from water, the snowball hitting them within 5 seconds still counts as if a player killed them, and they will drop experience. The second vanilla rule I'm relying on is experience orbs or experience points or whatever can be conveyed by water, which means if they drop in water, they'll act like any other item and simply be conveyed by it. For example, if a blaze will decide it wants to die, okay, you can see blaze rods are falling. Oh, I turned off my snowball machine. There you go. You have to run your snowball machine, otherwise if you don't kill them with snowballs, you won't get any experience. So of course they also drop blaze rods, which also makes this obviously a good blaze rod farm, but the blaze orbs drop down into this water conveyor, which makes me able to move them around. Also a side note, I should mention that the bottom of the conveyor belt is actually ice blocks. This is again a vanilla trick, which makes items flow on it a lot faster than they would otherwise. Items flowing on water streams above ice simply move faster. This is again a small trick, not a must, but it helps. Obviously, I'm also running this 7 transposer array right here to collect all the blaze rods in the area because I'm not really interested in them, just interested in the experience. So the final result is experience being accumulated right here near my enchantment table, where whenever I want, I can just come here and enchant whatever I want. Now, there are 2 additional optional mods for this thing to work even better, apart from Red Power and Soul Shards mod. You may want to add Thumbcraft Brain in a Jar. I'm not going to go through the process on how you can craft this, because this is it's not a high tier, it's a medium tier research item that you don't get right away. You need to actually research it first. But this item acts as a player would collect experience. So whenever you're not around, the brain and jar may collect experience. And whenever you want the experience, you can just come here and right-click him and collect whatever he had collected. So for example, you could leave an array of those brain and jars all around your enchantment table. So whenever you're not around, they're still accumulating experience. And whenever you come here to get something enchanted, you can simply right-click them, get what you need, and get even some more. So you can get done more at a single time. However, just remember that you always need to keep the chunks loaded. If the chunks unload, the brain and jars will stop working, as like anything else. The second optional mod I'm using right now is thermal expansion in my generation of snowballs, because you will consume a lot of snowballs. So I'm using the aqueous accumulators to collect water and the glacier precipitators to generate snowballs. The glacier precipitators push their items up through their output slot, going upwards into the relay system, and this conveys it into the deployers. And some redstone energy cells to actually generate energy for everything. But of course this is optional. There are better ways to generate snowballs. I believe you know them already. And yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial, please leave a like, comment, tell me what you think, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.